Yo, what's good? You're listening to Everyday Superpower, the place where we talk body language, we talk verbal communication, aside that, we talk human dynamics, dating game, everything in between. Two links down in the description of this video. One of them will take you to the catalogue of body language. It's a YouTube playlist that consists of my own material, which will teach you how to read people just by viewing them and their subconscious behaviors in real time. Second to that, you're going to have a link to the Patreon where you'll be able to join me in watching attraction and repulsion cues manifest in real time on real dates. Now, let's get to the point of this conversation. This has been spurred on through real life experience of mine, watching people, being involved in group conversations with people, and just knowing people to a deeper level, and we're going to talk about it. So I'm going to ask you, does your conversation, whether that be in person verbally or through text messaging, hold some sort of weight? Is it engaging, all right, or is it just meaningless fluff? Yeah, we're talking about attraction, we're talking about, and you know what, we can apply this to the grand spectrum of things. We can apply it to speaking to anybody, full stop, wanting to engage with anybody, full stop, okay? Is it worthy of a response? Is it worthy of a reply? Are you boring, basically? Are you boring? Are you boring her? Well, I message her and she stops responding. Why is that? Why is that? I don't know. Let's have a look at what you're doing, because it's obviously not worthy of engagement if you're not receiving some degree of response as to where you can further, correlate and create momentum in your communications. So I know a guy who's fantastic. I won't go into too much depth for obvious reasons. He's fantastic, he's a great person, he attracts women, but when it comes down to the communications, there's no substance. There's no substance, and I'm going to do a separate video on this in regards to you being a man, how you need to be active, put yourself in positions as to where you at least have a story to tell, and you can develop your story, your entity, and develop your characteristics as a human being living on planet Earth, as opposed to not having anything to say. How are you in a position where you've got nothing to say, right? So, does your conversation, does your message hold some degree of weight? This is marketing, yes? You create engagement. So let's say we create an advertisement, whether that be on the streets, whether that be on the television, whether that be on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whether it be a post, an advertisement of such. Can you garner a response? Now, let's say it's a negative response. At least you are still capturing the attention and emotionally engaging with people, right? Do you know what a pimp will do? He'll make that woman feel like nothing in comparison to him. But she finds attraction. Why do women always like the bad boys? Because they have a means of engaging with their emotion. The woman sees the world through an emotional lens, right? We don't perceive it in that manner. We're more rational, more logical. We do get emotional from time to time, yeah? And think about that woman who got you emotional. I remember when I was young, yeah, I was a young little kid. I was a little kid, and some little girl who must have been influenced by, her parents to speak a little more colourful. She swore at me. She called me a horrible name, and I didn't feel like I deserved it. I had never experienced that before in my life. I was a very young boy. I must have been like 5, 6, 7. I can't remember what age. It hurt my feelings. Okay, I still remember it to this day. She engaged with me emotionally. She created a space in my mind which allowed me to remember her. Now, I'm not saying to be offensive to people and hurt people's feelings, but what she said held weight, okay? Imagine all of the people that have come in and out of my life that I've forgotten about, right? Because they've had no value, they have spoken with no value, they have not touched me in a particular way, they have not engaged with me with any degree of value whatsoever, they have not communicated with me in a way that has touched me above and beyond a message in my conscious mind as to which I would respond to, and then we'll move on and get on with our lives, right? So does your conversation hold weight? I've been on a double date, yeah? I've been on a double date, and I've experienced meaningless fluff in verbal form as I've sat there with somebody who should have more to project. Oh, did you see so-and-so on the telly the other night? What are you talking about? On the television? What are you talking about? How are you going to sit there and talk about television? And how are you going to sit there messaging girls on, dating apps? With two word messages. Hey, beautiful. Well, how's she going to respond to that? Is there a question involved? Is there a statement there as to which engages in a different means to your competition? Because let's say I say it, yeah? I'm putting myself in the firing line. I'm on a dating app. I find some girl good looking, or I want to engage with her for whatever meaning. I'll send her a message. I'll say, you're cute. Alright? Now the next man sends her a message in response to, some degree of fine detail that nobody else has picked on. And a statement as to which is so bold and has read her to such a deeper meaning that she thinks, how has he known that? How does he know that? How was he right in what he said? Blah de blah de blah de blah. You know what I mean? I bet you're this kind of person. I bet you're that kind of person. She's going to respond, and let's say it's right or wrong. She's going to respond with, no, haha, you've got that wrong. Boom, at least we've got a response. Our statement held weight. Do you know where I'm coming from? Do you know where I'm coming from? Yo, what's good, big head? What do you mean I've got a big head? Exactly. I've got a response, the game is on, let's go. You know what I mean? Instead of flattering and bigging her up in means which is just so vague and basic and robotic. I hate the term NPC because fuck a video game, but do you know when people refer to people as NPCs? Have some value in what you say, right? Have some degree of character in what you say. Don't believe, and it's so narcissistic, so egocentric, that you actually believe that you have what it takes and have enough to rightfully deserve a response with such a basic, grey, dull, beige message. Like I said, that goes with the in-person dating as well. You're sitting there on the table, you got naught to say. We don't want to talk about ourselves, we want to talk about them. Let's get under their skin, let's engage with something they're interested about. Let's learn, alright? It's not like we are manipulating it. We are not there sitting there thinking, alright, I need to talk to her about her because she wants to talk about her. No, we want to talk about her because we love her, because we're there on a date with her. We are interested in her and we want to learn about her so we can get on and move forward in this relationship. It's our own interest, it's of our own benefit. Take yourself out of your own skin. This is real game, because like I said, I've seen this in real life. I've seen this with beautiful people, beautiful men, handsome men who've sat there and get all the attention in the world, but the moment they start speaking, it's just so basic, man. It's so basic. When you engage with a controversial advertisement, you get the best of both worlds. You get the people who support your advertisement and you get the people who are against your advertisement. When you are Kanye West, you have two sides, both lusting after you, both wanting your attention, both wanting to garner attention themselves in a narcissistic manner off of the audacity you exhume. It's absolutely incredible. When you appeal to both sides and you make statements as to which are so engaging from both sides of the pond, you deserve a response because you're bold, you're outspoken, and you can take me or leave me, but you can't ignore me. You see where I'm coming from? You see where I'm coming from? A controversial advertisement gets lovers and it gets haters. You can't go through life without having haters if you want to actually establish some degree of presence. So you need to make statements and you need to engage in a manner as to which deserves some degree of emotional response, and if not an emotional response, at least some degree of connection that nobody else can provide. Stop speaking with these empty vessel words, man. This boring small talk. You can engage with small talk as long as there is some undercurrent of purpose, as long as there is some underlying message that goes above and beyond. It comes with an experience, yes, definitely, but start experimenting. When you're on your social media and when you're going on these dates and stuff, Think outside of the box. Think, how can I engage on an emotional basis? She sees me through a lens which is completely separate to how I see her. I might look good, but she is looking for me to now engage with her deeper than the physical. Unlike us as men look at women and we think, oh, they look good as long as they take their clothes off. I don't care what she has to say. We're different. We have to sell ourselves differently. Get a hobby. Do something different. Stop going home and flicking the telly on and then rinse and repeat for the next 7 years of your life. You'll have nothing to talk about. You'll be boring, bland, empty vessel of a person. That's a bit of food for thought for today, alright? I'm signing out. Peace. Click like and subscribe.